Welcome Star Wars Force Arena players to this brand new video. Today, a couple of things we're going to address in this video. So if you don't want to hear me moan, I suggest you leave now and come back in about 5 or 6 minutes time. And secondly, I'm going to show you guys a way how you can get cards. This is really only applying to lower level players, but obviously higher tier players can do it. But quite honestly, you can't get games right now, so I don't even know if it's going to be worth the effort, to be quite honest with you. So I've made a new account just as Update 3.0 went live, and the reason for that was to see the impact the changes have on low level players. And it hits lower level players right where it hurts. You are caught in a vicious circle of Netmarble greed. Let's look at the details first, but before we jump into that, actually, what I'm going to talk about as well is it's been a week now since the update went live. I've done this video a couple of times because I've been editing it and my software's been playing up, so I haven't really made the video that I wanted to make. So I'm doing it today on Saturday. And rather than saying to the community, oh, you know, we've heard your feedback, we're concerned about what's going on, we're not too happy about the changes ourselves, you go to the shop and they put on a £100 pack, about $130 it is roughly, pack on the shop. That's their way of saying sorry. Or is that their way of saying, well, actually, if you're not happy, you need to buy this pack. Upgrade your leaders. That's what it's about now. You have to upgrade your leaders. And even then, there's only 3 level perks. You can't fully upgrade your perk system on your leaders. For £100. I couldn't believe my eyes when I saw that. That's Netmarble's response to the backlash. Or today, they give people 3,000 credits. Whoopee do. That'll probably buy you a napkin and a flipping cup of Jawa juice from somewhere. And in exchange for that, if you've left the pre-registration bonus in your inbox and then thought today you collect it, it's gone. You can't get it. They just somehow bugged it, deliberately, undeliberately, who knows. But it doesn't work right now. You click on the email, you click on open, and you don't get awarded anything. Cheers, Netmarble. Cheers. So that's the current state of the game right now. And then you go to the 4x4 this week. You've obviously got Snoke and Luke. Now, I've got Luke on my main account. I bought some packs, diamond packs. Not the increased rate ones, because he was there. And then they nerfed him in the update, which I couldn't believe my eyes. And now the Supreme Leader Snoke's on the 4x4. Some of you are thinking, oh, wow, at last I can get him. But mark my words, they'll probably nerf him in the next update. He needs a nerf badly. They're saying, right, let's just get people to buy him first, then we'll nerf him. That appears to be Netmarble's approach lately. Make you waste your money on a leader, then they'll just chop off his or her ability to do damage. And I reckon that's probably what they'll do here. Then introduce some new characters from the Solo movie. Once EA have had all the rights and stuff dished out in all their games, I imagine. So it's pretty depressing right now. And going back to being a new player, so if you are a new player to the game, the new system is worse. Probably the worst system I've had in the game, to be honest with you. It's very hard to get crystals. If it wasn't for the login system, I wouldn't have the crystals at all. Bearing in mind, when you used to download the game and start the game, Netmarble will just give you like 50k crystal credits and about 5k crystals to start you off. So all that's gone now, and you obviously can't earn crystals anymore apart from that epoxy missions. But the problem you find in the game right now is, look at my deck, and there's a mission here where you have to reach level 8 on the dark side. I've only focused on one leader, which is Boba Fett, because you have to focus on one leader right now in this game. It's the only way you can be competitive, or try to be, especially with things like perks and stuff like that. And there's a mission here where you have to reach level 8. It took me 4 days to do that. 4 days, because I just wasn't getting the cards to make that happen. 4 days for that. I couldn't believe it, and I've just crossed the line there. And the reason is that they want you to spend your credits now, which, bearing in mind, this game has become a heavy credit sink on crap you don't even use. So they want you to upgrade things like this or other cards just so you can make the mission happen, which is wrong, you know, because credits are hard to come by, and you need those credits for the big upgrades like on your deck to keep you in the game without having to hit that massive paywall. But as you see there, that is my strongest deck that I've got right now, and it's embarrassing. because at level 8 those cards should be, the commons should be at least 8 or a 9 by now. But when you don't get given the cards, it's impossible to make the difference. And then I'll show you the matchmaking is horrific right now, so I have switched to the light side just to do some missions, get some credits and actually get some wins, because I wasn't playing the game much and I wasn't being able to play the game because of my matchmaking. Let's just look at my matchmaking, shall we? So these are all bots you're playing against here, quite honestly. They're all, you know, bot games, so nothing spectacular, really, to be honest with you. So you're going to win those anyway. Let's go all the way down here. 60 points for a win's ridiculous. Here we go. Here's my dark side matchmaker. So I play some games, and as you can see, the moment I saw where tier, I just left the game immediately. I just didn't even bother playing the game. And then you come to like Yoda, and you can see why there's no point playing the game. And look at that. If that isn't a classic example of a Netmarble paywall, I don't know what is. Watch out for the paywall. Ouch, that's got to hurt. So not only, surprisingly, Yoda's about the same level as me, and so is his unique, which is a surprise. But everything, now my turrets were level 8 in this game. His were level 16. Level 16 the turrets were. Can you believe it? Double. So it's got double the damage and double the hit points compared to me. So I've got to hit it twice as hard with bags of wet hair to try and scratch that turret down if I was playing that match. And as you can see, his card level is at least double the strength of mine. But Netmarble don't care anymore. They clearly don't care about matchmaking. They clearly don't care because they want you to pay money into the game and buy those crappy packs and move so you can progress forward. Why should you buy and spend money to be at least get an even game? It's not right. And under the old system, you get the free packs, which would stack, so at least you can get an income of cards to level up with. That's gone. You've got a new free reward system which doesn't stack, and it just gives you random tat every day. A handful of bronze packs maybe you might get, and then it distributes cards between two sides. But very rarely you get any cards. And then before 2.0 arrived, you could quite happily buy packs from the shop for crystals. So if you wanted to buy a bronze pack, you could. If you wanted to buy a diamond pack or gold pack, you could do that and get cards. But obviously, bearing in mind back then, there was more ways to earn crystals back then. So under the new system, you just got this limited shop. And surprisingly, there's nothing on there that I use right now. Maybe these, possibly. And look, I've got no season credits yet because haven't played any things. And this is it. This is exactly how the game is now, right now. So it's pretty depressing. So if if you are a new player to the game, this is the problem you're going to have. So the only way you're going to get cards in this game, but you have to get to tier 4, is to play 2v2 arcade. It's the only way you're going to get cards. But bearing in mind, you might get placed with a bot on your team, like a guest account, which is practically useless anyway. And that's happening a lot down here. So I spent 100 crystals because you get more rewards at 100 crystals. And I was with 2 bots and I lost both games because they were bots. So you're not going to win unless luck comes across. But that's probably the only way you can get cards now. But you have to get 5 wins there to get a pack of cards. And quite honestly, you probably get more doing this than you will doing the daily missions. And at least you've got a chance of winning. So if you're in a guild, for example, team up with somebody and then do the mission that way and contribute to the co-op missions as well, which is ideal. You can do all that war, but quite frankly, a game mode is a waste of time. It's too long and too complicated. Just for the rewards you get, it isn't worth the effort. And they're crap as well. But obviously, if you're in the higher tier, trying to get the game of 2v2 is almost impossible because there's hardly any players up there right now. Which swiftly leads me on to rankings. Rankings, look at that. I am ranked I've done this video twice today already. I haven't played today. I haven't played on this account for a couple of days. I was 53%. I was on Friday. I'm 45% now. I've got up 1%. I haven't played. And look at my score there. That's just reminiscent of the carnage that's been going on in the ranking systems right now because players are just so unbalanced in the game. But I'm 5,052, so I'm in the top 50,000 rankings of the players at tier 8. So between me and number 1, there's just 51,000 players. That's it. That's embarrassing, really, for a Star Wars game, you know. And I expect that number to fully decline next week to probably about 35,000 because, bearing in mind, this is the season's been extended by a few days extra, so take into account the launch period of 3.0, and by the time people get the rewards, some people might have even quit altogether, which a lot of people have, so that number is going to be reduced drastically next week. And I think it'd be even harder to find a game next week, and I also believe that matchmaking will be horrific next week, especially for those of you who are at the lower level. Even the top level, I imagine, if you can get a game. So there you go, that's probably the best way to get your cards for right now for your deck if you're struggling. And if you are struggling, don't give them any money, don't pay any money. Just give it to some sort of homeless guy or spend it somewhere else, somewhere where you get real value, rather than giving Netmarble your cash right now, because they just don't deserve a single penny for their attitude to the players. I might do a video live stream soon, but I'm not too sure. I'm holding my horses because Netmarbles do not deserve the coverage right now. But I thought about having a live stream, maybe just to get everything off our chest. We have a good rant live stream, lots of salt. I know you guys like that. Let me know what you think in the comments below. But there you go. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you guys in the next Force Arena video. May the Force be with you.